Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so shall we begin? No? We are talking about decision making, and for which we will, we're dealing with values, right? That is intrinsic and extrinsic, and also the role of individual for decision making. So to set a goal that can influence decision making. So interesting story. We'll finish in this class, and maybe I may or may not take class because after mid semester, no, we will continue. So you are what is it? 1 minute. Can you note down? 4 topics. On based on 4 topics, questions will be coming. I'll share this to WhatsApp now, to you see as WhatsApp later. 4 topics: emotional intelligence, mindset, perceptions, attitudes, and personal traits, and decision making. So 4 topics. Within these topics, 4 questions will come, and then 30 marks. And I'll share the screenshot I have noted down here after the class. Okay, screen. You are seeing screen. So we are talking about individual needs. The basic. So every human being needs these things to become perfect, or to lead a good life, right? So you cannot escape. Some people, give philosophy lectures, right? Like preach many things, and they sacrifice all these. Sometimes, it's like as if there's a success, and to sacrifice all this, right? So psychology talks about human evolution in terms of body and the mind. See, that's the basic. And next, individual needs. Everyone needs these. Needs means necessary, right? Are we all together? Necessary. No one can escape from all these needs. And here, you know, human beings go further one step. Wants. This is, maybe here problem starts. Right? Everyone wants all this. Then, you know, less availability of resources also, shortage of everyone wants. See, ornaments somebody wants, house, luxurious lives, clothes. Yeah, cloth is okay, basic need, but again, different type of costly house, shelter is also there, but again, luxurious shelter. So there's a lot of difference between, needs and wants, right? Then interests. This is also okay. It should come naturally, and this also set, help us setting goal for decision making, right? Somebody is interested in, like, music, sports, habit of reading, then, showing concern to the, animals, pets, interests. So this also matters. What we want, what I need, what you need, or what you want, that also matters. So there should be balance. The point is, there's nothing wrong when you want something, right? But there should be balance. There should be, balance. Then these three, needs, wants, and interests. Everyone has one or another way, different type of interests. Next, values. This is a very, very important value. So what is this value here? The first image tells us family, right? Am I right? Small family. The value, the respect, or they give more importance, emphasis on family. Then right side, money. Somebody gives more value to the money. Then what is another picture? 5 people are here in this image. What does it indicate? When you see, what comes to your mind?
Association.
Friends. Am I right? Family, friends, first and family, and then friends. See, equally, right? They're equal. They need, relationship, good relationship, friendly relationships, friendship. Then last, value. See, this is not a home. What is that? A building? It's a kind of holy place. The building is constructed like a holy place. So it's like, we can say religious place, spiritual peace. So then they need that, right? This is also value. So for need, want, interest, then value. So these are all connected individually. So everyone needs, everyone, is interested in this. And then another word we have, self-concept influences decision, and this is a lot of research. What is self-confidence? Self-concept is self-respect, you say, self-confidence. This is the concept, believe in yourself. Most people say, believe in yourself. And then there is a research. Those who don't have, those who do have less self-concept, enter into negative, blaming someone, thinking negatively, right? So even if somebody, tells you you're not bad, you're not good, don't care all of them. Believe in yourself. See, low self-esteem or a negative self-concept, that's what can cloud your judgment and lead to a poor decision. Those times seek advice or assistance of others. Believe in yourself. Confidence, however, and a positive self-concept can be a foundation for good decision-making skills. Respect yourself, believe in yourself, your ideas. What does it mean, yourself? Your thinking, your lifestyle, your culture, your language, your region. Believe in that. It doesn't mean that, I don't mean, you don't believe in others also. So the more you believe in yourself, you'll be able to believe in others. Okay, these are the steps, one needs to follow while taking decision. First, identify the decision to be made. Identify options or choices. Research information on each option. Get some available resources, information. Make the decision. After that is not enough. Act on decision. Once you take decision, you have to implement it right. Then, evaluate it. How effective the decision was made and was implemented. You have to do yourself. Now identify decision. Okay, so how do we do? Now this is a basic, beginning step. First, identify the decision to be made. Right? Individually, so I'm talking about individual, not like public. Can you give an example? It comes in your life. Okay, so after +2, I was studying at the time of +2. You have decided, okay, to choose engineering education or a doctor course or any other. Am I right? Are you together? Are you listening? So this is
Yes.
what to select. What branch you have to select after +2, because you have that capacity. Now decision. So now you have to decide. Okay, so you have to take engineering. This is beginning identification of decision. This is very, very important. Identify which course, which branch you have to take. Again, if you wanted to choose engineering, and which branch. There are different branches, So this is what identification is very, very important. Then options. Okay, suppose you have taken mechanical engineering. Suppose you have decided to take. You have to look for options, right? What is the best place for this course? What are the available choices? What are the available places? Available NITs, for you, and based on your, performance, all things. For that, supplementary to that, you collect information. Okay, so you collect a lot of information from a lot of places, other NITs, IITs, whatever it is, universities, engineering colleges. Then collect information. Then After finalize it, that's what make decisions final. Okay, you have decided this could be the place for your course in particular branch. Now you have taken decision to join at NIT Jamshedpur in mechanical engineer. Right. Now you have to accept it. Act on that. You have to work on that. After your completion of your BTech course, now you have to evaluate. Okay. So have you made right decision to join it here to get the degree? If you do this thing, this course, this 4-year BTech course in this institute will be tool for you to take good decision for your further life, further career life, further life. This is what model 6 stages. Remember that 6 stages. Then options, how do we see the options are choices, to brainstorm all the different choices you have, it means I didn't see options means what is available, it's resources, making use of the resources, making use of the opportunities. So then it was see there are some sentence, the individual who hasn't reached the stage of formal operational thinking may find it difficult to identify options that they haven't had personal experience with. So therefore ultimately thinking matters here. I told you, you have to be able to enter into thinking mode. Right? So through that thinking, there are advantages of working in a group to make decision. Whether that's a group of 2 or 10, you might be able to identify more options than you could have discovered on your own path. And another suggestion, for you in this, decision making skills, show your interest in working with others, in working in a group. Right? Disadvantage of working in a group also, we have to make decisions is, that you may all have different opinions of what the right option will be. So because somebody says one thing and another person says another thing, right? And then you get confusion. But this is advantage and disadvantage also. Don't get worried, so make it balanced through your thinking process. Right? Most people get stressed, when they listen to the different people, they have different opinions. Right? It's a tool. It is not final. See, working in a group, taking advices from all the members, it's a tool, that can be used. Right? That can be used. How do you, research each option? This is what, not important. All that. See, different. It depends on the context. It depends on the, availability of resources. It depends on the, to what extent you have information, particular information, all that. Right? So and compare, what is good and what is bad in your own level, right? And explore many things. It means dig out many things in terms of option. So you have many options. If you have many options, it helps you to take good decision. It helps you to take beautiful, you'll be enjoying many things. If you don't have options, you know, you just accept, it's my fate, okay, to work here itself, to select only one thing. And people fail here, even if some people have many options, if they don't have thinking process, they'll be in trouble. And let us come to the personal issue also. Most of the time, some people, to choose the right, what I can say, you may enter after, some years. So to choose a partner, life partner, what is it? Boys, tell me. Has it to do with the decision making? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So how will you do, people? Not you, okay. And generally, how they do. You might have seen, even your relatives and family members, like distant relatives or close relatives, our friends. How do they begin? They take a lot of time, right? You know, if somebody if they follow all these 6 stages I told you, right, it is easy for them, or sometime, some people believe, okay, in their philosophy, like value, so relationship is like, naturally, it's like a value, okay, if values are connected and then if culture is connected, no need to worry all that they say. But still, if there are many options, there are many people available for you to choose only one, then what do? You compare, right? You take advices, you get information about the background of those people, all that, right? So that is what therefore, uh, you know explore many things, this is very, very important. And only one decision, can shape your entire further future life, right? So this is what, you have to uh, follow, you have to take time also. Time is also important here. While taking decision, don't be, you know, hurry. Hurry creates worry, right? So therefore, if you say, judgment in any courts or any, anything for that matter, final decision doesn't come immediately, in society. They know everything, but they take some time, to give final conclusions, right? Make the decision, take action, and then evaluate. Again, don't procrastinate. What does it mean? Don't delay. Too much delay is also a problem. Act now. Whenever it's necessary, act. Too much delay, it's very, very. Then it's after train starts, you go to get a ticket. There's a saying in some local languages, right? So wherever it is required, wherever it is necessary, you have to act. And obviously, look at the last sentence. Human beings learn from their mistakes. How do you learn? No one can come and say, I never, uh, you know, I haven't done any mistakes in my life, right? Everyone has done. Don't forget the mistakes, right? Then, remember them so that, you can what I can say, you can make sure that that cannot be repeated again and again. If you forget, if you're not aware of the previous mistakes, what happens? You know, knowingly or unknowingly, you know again enter into that. There are some example, you know. Yeah, somebody has done here something, you know. Simple decision. Identify the decision to be made. Here, you see, first one. I'm going to the big city. What route should I travel? Now, this is identification. This is the context. Now, now options are available here. Now, options. What are they? You are going right. You're going to the city. Route. You know, there are different routes are available, right? For driving, you should take. Should you take highway or state road? There are different roads. You know. See how, you know. See, head of the, you know, just head of cross country, village type of shortcut route, NH or state highway. So these are the different options. Now, after you have evaluated, after you have um, compared and contrasted different routes, now options you have. Highway is a shorter, but it's, you know, potholes. So it's very what we can say. Um, But it's risky. You know? The interstate is a good road, but traffic is heavy and it's stressful. Cross country is a scenic, but it's isolated and might get lost. So now, every option has pros and cons. You know, advantages and disadvantages. So decide yourself. You know, so therefore, as soon as you come to uh, the difficulties, you know, you don't skip it. You know, you don't give it up. So follow it one path. Then next time you have another chance to go for another. I have decided to take, so one way, only one way. So making decision is only one, not all at a time. Now act. I am. So you are on the way now. Evaluate. There is any problem. I should have taken. See, I should have done this. So evaluation. So after you have done evaluation, you know, you're realizing, you know, I should have, because this, you know, this is a different learning experience. So, you know, how this is, see how, you know, it works, right? And there's a connection, you know, between decision making and problem solving, linked. And this is, problem solving is another topic, I know, but there is a connection here. See, look at, you know, decision making output. Uh, if decision making is reviewed, you know, that input, you know, it helps us to take enter into solve the problem. Making a decision is integral part of problem solving process. Decision is a result or action. No, don't get into a different domain. This is one part. You have a problem. Do you have any problem? So, and for problem, critical thinking helps. You know, critical thinking helps you to solve the problem. You know, what is critical thinking? Purely, you know, strictly individual process of, you know, analyzing many things, or exploring many things, or, you know, investigating, whatever you call it, you know, applying, conceptualizing, you know, synthesizing, right, through individual's opinion, individual's experience or observation, you know, not depending on anyone. This is very, very important. So critical thinking means highest level of thinking that is there in every in human beings. It is independent thinking. You say, no, independent thinking, independent thinker. Only independent thinker can solve the problem easily. This is what general premise behind the this statement, right? So these are the steps one has to what I can say. There's one context is given. Now, one story. Suppose your niece, Carly has muscular dystrophy. This is a degenerative disease. She's already in a wheelchair and is looking control. Sorry, is losing control of her hands and arms. She has retained her mental ability. It's her birthday next week. She'll be 6 years old. You normally get her a gift that costs between, $10 to $20. What will you get this year? This is a problem now. This simple problem. Now, steps are given, questions are here. Work on that. What do you want to say, and then find the answer. So context is given. So for any problem, there is a context. See, all problems arise with reference to the context. Keep this idea in your mind, right? Then go by one. And so same six process. For every problem, right? So while doing all these six stages, it means you entered into decision making, and automatically problem solves them. This is another example. You have to work on that and practice problem solving. And this is also, see, contexts are given. So you are moving to California. There's just no jobs in Nebraska, and it just makes sense that you move to California where jobs are plentiful. You have an old car, two suitcases, and just enough money to pay for gas for the 4-day trip. They generally they use like oil, petrol, all that. You have room for yourself, 5 additional passengers, and 5 more suitcases in the car. Choose your passengers from the list given, but make sure you can justify decisions based on human wants, needs, values, interests, and at last, that's what repeat it. Needs, wants, interests, and values. Actually, here in the second one is wants. Repeat it. Say human wants, needs, values, and interests. Because you have to see, look at that, the car, the luggage is put there on the top of the car. Many people are sitting inside. Somebody is driving. The context. So day to day, life, or in a quotidian life, we say, right, day to day life, we have a lot of problems. Don't try to escape from the problem. You will never solve any problem in your life. Why is it so difficult to convince a classmate not to drop out of school? The questions, find the answers. The formal operational stage of thinking may not be fully developed until they are old, and they may not be able to understand consequences that they have not personally experienced at. Again, this is answer. The question is answer. If you fail to convince somebody, it's due to lack of thinking skills in someone else. Again, one more question. Mary truly values honesty. He's quick to tell you that he doesn't believe in cheating when he was taking his colors finals. However, he did cheat. Why? This is also example, we have in India, right? A lot of it. So they say, okay, I'm strict, but again, compromise counts. Answer. While values influence decision making, they don't control actions. When you make a decision against your values, you may not be as happy with that decision. Now, what is important here for decision making? Not the rules, regulations, not the advice of somebody, right? Not the dependency of someone else, but the values of ourselves. That is true. Because the human beings, cannot be called as, cannot be realized without the values. That's all. Acha. Okay. Okay. So what did you learn? These are many, stories are given, context is given. You have to think about and then, do some exercise mentally. Mentally. I know it is tough, but focus more on this. This is what I tell value. This is very, very important. Without value, nothing can be executed perfectly. Any questions? How many topics? 4 topics, right? So far we have discussed. Can anybody respond? Emotional intelligence is 1, mindset, perceptions, attitude, and personality, and then decision making. That's all. Any other topics have we discussed till now?
No, sir.
Okay, only 4. And mid-sem. So English paper is 4th March, right? Can you remember our first? What is the first paper? What is the date of first exam?
Soft skills, sir.
Soft skills is the date.
4th March.
4th March means this is 4 days is there, again for 8 days we have, right? So what I do, should I take class tomorrow another topic, or should I continue after mid semester? Just decide.
So one,
uh,
so 1 day study leave
One day.
means tomorrow class we can use in study and revising all the topics. So we can continue after midsem, sir.
That is okay. Yeah. So all the topics we can do 8 a.m. now tomorrow. Yeah. So we revise all the topics. So it's materials also. I think you have already all the materials. Right. 1 minute. So you have. I'm checking here. So I have forwarded emotional intelligence and perceptions, and 2 topics I need to forward now. Wait, what are they now? Decision making, soft skills, decision making, and mindset. Perceptions earlier I have shared. Emotional intelligence I have shared. Uh, Now itself I'm doing now here. Yeah, two topics are sent. Decision making and mindset. Those same documents I'm using for the class here. We'll do one thing tomorrow. We revise uh, briefly. I don't know whether I'll be able to revise all the topics in just in 1 hour, but I'm trying. Uh, that's all. And any questions regarding this decision making, the topic of this decision making?
So on
No?
tomorrow, can you discuss some question like which type of question will come from this subject?
Yeah, I'll talk about. So importance, right? Important questions, not important questions. I'm not talking about questions. The content of importance. See, if I talk about decision making and what comes, there are many things. In this 35 slides are here. Decision making, just to talk about. There are many things. One thing. We have understood different stage. As per the age factor is concerned, from kids to the thinking level. That is one thing, and another thing is. Value part we also talked about, right? And again, how to use resources also, right? And that's one thing, and goal setting another is connected here. And also lastly, uh, you know uh, individual, the role of individuals in decision making, their needs, their interests, their the values, so how this is another topic. So therefore, if I take any topic, 4 or 5 themes are there. 4 or 5 themes are there. So out of 4 or 5 themes, what is the most important? You have to decide yourself. So that is that there's a lot of high chances. The questions come on the main theme of the topic. That is very important, right? And then we also studied in this today 6 stages for decision making. There's a model, right? So if you compare, one is evolution of human mind in connection with the age factor, one topic, and another one is individual values, individual, you know their wants, needs. That is another thing. And then 6 stages. So what is important more out of 3? So decide yourself, and then so give more importance. Theme is important. Not don't go to slides one by one, and then okay, this could be the topic. This could be the question might be on this topic. Don't say that. So when you uh, study from the beginning to the end, what did you understand? What affects easily your mind? That's because entirely it's a soft skill course. Something has to be, impacted on your mind. What impacts here? Generally, can anybody say in this topic? I know there is slightly variation from one person to another, but still, this it influences. This influences more. These are all supportive. Supportive statements. That doesn't affect at all, right? So therefore, materials are easy. I know I've taken from different sources. Uh, I thought it is easy. You can follow just by looking at slides easily. You can understand. And after midsem, we'll have assignments so that to give to mark internal assessment. So I need to give one. You have to do that. That's all. Okay. So then let me download the attendance. No questions? You can leave then. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.